Okay, everybody, I'm gonna show you how to do some simple features on Cricut Design Space. So first, over here you have your layers panel, which has group, ungroup, duplicate, delete. Down at the bottom you have slice, weld, attach, flatten, and contour. This button right here will change the background of your canvas. Over here you have your new project, your templates, projects, images, text, shapes, and your upload button. I apologize that I'm doing this. I'm doing this on my iPhone, so you'll have to bear with me with the glare and stuff. Okay, so first let's start with text. I do not have Cricut access, so I just use the free fonts that I download from defont.com. All these you have to pay for unless you have Cricut access, which is like $10 a month. So I always click on System. I'm just gonna come down here and take one. Let's see, I was trying to show y'all like a cursive one. Let's do Magnolia Sky. This is a pretty popular one. And I'm gonna type my name, Taylor. And you're gonna see it come up here on your screen. Okay, now if you were to cut this just how it is, you're gonna have all these spaces in between your letters. Okay, and if you're trying to get it to look more cursive and pushed together, there's a few ways you can do that. You can go up here to letter spacing, and you can click, the down button, and I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of slowly moves them over. That to me is really time consuming. I don't like doing it. So what I do is I go over here, and you'll see that now these buttons aren't in the dark or in a shadow. Now you can actually click on them. So you click on Ungroup, and that's gonna separate every single letter that you have. And what I do is I click on each letter and I just drag them to where they're touching each other. You want them barely touching each other, because sometimes when you go to weld it, they will, like some of these spaces will fill in and it doesn't look right. So just drag your letters to each other one by one. Okay, and then you want to highlight it, or you can come up here and click the select all button. You can click that right there and come back over here, and you have a couple different options. You have the weld button and the attach button. The attach button, you can do that and you can undo it later. It will attach everything together and keep it that way, or you can click the weld button, which is what I usually like to do if I know that I'm gonna like it and I'm not gonna want to move it around. And now it's completely together and you can cut it that way, so that the letters are touching and they're all together. Let me try to make it a little bit bigger so you can see there's no weird spaces or anything, no overlaps. If you were to try and take it and just put the letters together and you don't click the weld or attach button, your machine is going to cut every single letter individually, and those lines are going to overlap on each other, and you're going to have cut lines all through it, and it's not going to look good. Trust me, when I started I did it and it didn't look good at all. That was something that I had to learn with. Okay, so weld or attach. I like to do weld if I know that I'm not going to change it, but the thing about weld is you cannot undo it. Hopefully in the future they'll make it, a button where you can unweld it, but right now you can't. You can click the undo button several times, but if you're already working on something else and you want to go back and do this, you cannot. You would lose all of your other stuff that you've already done. So there's that. Another thing is like the attach button. Let's see, we'll click hi. We'll type in hi there. Okay, get that to come up. Now I'm not gonna bother pushing all these together because I'm just gonna show you something. Okay, say you didn't want it to look like this. You can either, when you're typing it, you can hit the enter bar and move them around that way, or you can go to Ungroup, if it'll click. There we go. Okay, you can ungroup them. You can select what you want. You can group it, that one, and then you need to group this other one too. Or you can attach it, doesn't matter. Say you wanted to, say you put your letters, or your words, I'm sorry, if I can grab it. Say you wanted to cut it just like this. Just putting it in this place right here, if you had a bunch of different stuff typed out and you just put it in these places right here, when you go to do it just like this, if you were to click make it, it's gonna come up on your mat, and your letters are, your words are gonna more than likely be, where you first started off with them. They're not gonna be in the position that you want them to. You have to attach them. So you put it where you want it, select it, come down here to attach, and now it'll be just like that on your mat when you go to cut it. So you don't have to worry about, hi being over here, there being over there, hello up here. If you put it where you want it, in the order you want it in, select it all, click the attach button, and it will save that. And you can also detach it later to undo it. So there's that. I'm going to go over the slice feature real quick before it gets up on 10 minutes. And okay, so here's a circle. Let's click duplicate. Okay, let me change one of their colors just because I want y'all to be able to see it better. Okay, so here's what the slice feature does. It cuts out whatever is inside of the other. It has to be two images together. It can't be, it can be words too. You can slice words, and one thing, you cannot slice more than two things together. Okay, so right there, I put those on top of each other. I made that one smaller. Now if I go down here and I click the slice button, it gives me all these slice results. Okay, here's the first one. There's our little orange circle we put in there. Here's another one, which was the cut part, and now you have this outline part. You can, you probably wouldn't want to do that, but I'm just showing y'all how that actually works. If you wanted to make a shape and put a name or a word in there, you can do that. Or you can put another shape inside of it. You type hello, and if it will hurry up, put it there. Now if you can't see your font, you can go to this arrange, and whatever you have selected, you can move it to the back, which will show your other layer, or you can move it to the front. And if you click the move forward button, if you have multiple layers, it will just bring it up to whatever layer that you click on. So we're going to just leave it there, select it all, and I'm going to click slice. And now that is going to have it in the background. So you have, here's our font. I'll just delete that. And then you have what it cut out, and there's your hello inside of your little circle. So when you go to cut it, like say this orange is your vinyl, you would normally you would usually pick out the little insides, but instead you leave the insides and you pick out the actual letters. So that's it for now. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks.